All right, today on the show, we're going to first go over Bret Hart coming back, of course, to the WWE this week. We're going to talk about, I figure maybe go into the 80s a little bit, do something with maybe talk about Jim Neidhart. We should really dedicate most of the show to him, the first show. I think we should absolutely we need to do at least 3 segments of the show on Bret Hart. What's wrong with that? Listen. Let me tell you something. When I was young, I don't know if I told you this, Bret Hart gave me his glasses.
Really? It's exciting. Where are they?
I lost them.
Yo, Al. Let's go, man.
What's up, man?
Yeah, we're gonna start the show or what?
I'm working on the last segment. Bret Hart's greatest matches.
Oh God. Come on with the Bret Hart already.
It's gonna be great. Do you know how many great matches he's had?
Yeah, bro. Okay. The best there was, right?
The best there is and the best there ever will be. Yeah.
Okay.
He's coming back. It's a big day.
Oh, okay.
All the wrestling fans want to hear.
Okay.
Sharpshooter, greatest move all time. Hey, ready to go?
It's about time, man.
I know. Yeah. All right. Everything looks perfect.
Okay, good.
All right, so I'm going to lead off with the 80s Bret Hart, like we talked about, Jim the Angel Neidhart and stuff. And then we'll go into the moves, the greatest moves. You know, where's the sharpshooter rate amongst the greatest moves of all time. And definitely before we wrap up, we want to talk about maybe the greatest tag teams. How him and Jim Neidhart were probably the greatest tag team of all time. I'd like for you to agree with me on that. That would mean a lot to me. He's back. He's one of the biggest things in the history of wrestling.
We're gonna go through here tonight.
Okay. Like I said, you got the first segment here where we have.
What the hell is this, bro?
What?
Are you serious? What is it, your mentor?
I saw it on a web. It looked kind of cool, and I didn't really. The other one that I had, it wasn't really. You know, it wasn't.
Okay. All right. Hey, listen.
This was better than what I had.
When you find a
I saw it on a wrestling
just
website. It was a wrestling website I saw.
What you want? Come on. What you want? Come on. What you want? Come on. What you want?
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the world premiere of the Kick-Ass Wrestling Show. I'm your host, Big Al. Tonight, lots of things going down. Hulk Hogan is returning to wrestling. Bret the Hitman Hart is returning to wrestling. And TNA is challenging the WWE to a Monday Night War. Here to talk about it with me, TNA TJ. TNA TJ, you're excited about TNA going head-to-head tonight with the WWE?
I am. I'm hyped up, man, for this. This is something that I've been waiting for a long time, my friend.
Since those first pay-per-views you ordered, right?
$10, I'll never forget, but it was well worth it.
What you want?
True or false? AJ Styles is not a worthy TNA champion.
False by far. The guy is young, talented, and he has a bright future ahead of him. Okay, Big Al, true or false? Sheamus is not a worthy WWE champion.
I'm going to have to say true. Sheamus is not a worthy WWE champion. They're pushing him too fast. They're pushing him too hard. Maybe he should be competing for an Intercontinental title or a U.S. title, but as far as the world title on Sheamus, that's, I don't see that happening. So true, not a worthy champion, Sheamus. True or false? TNA Impact will get a 1.5 rating or higher tonight.
True, for sure. They're definitely going to 1.5. As a matter of fact, I believe they'll get all the way up to at least a 2. True or false? Bret Hart will not be used correctly in the WWE.
Absolutely false. The WWE is really the only ones who know how to use Bret Hart correctly. When he went to WCW, they didn't know what to do with him. I would definitely say Vince McMahon. He did it before with Bret Hart. He rolled with Bret Hart. He was the heavyweight champion for a long time. Very successful, huge following. It'll be even easier for him now. No chance. That is absolutely false.
Great answer. I agree.
All right, TNA TJ, we didn't have much time this episode, but we'll see you next time. We appreciate you being here. Stick around for the news, and we'll get going on that.
All day.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Wrestling Headlines. What's in the news in the wrestling world lately? Let's find out. Vince McMahon. We never know what to expect from Vince. He's brought us the likes of Johnny Damon, Dennis Miller, and Timberland as guest hosts of Raw. Now, Vince McMahon is going to bring us, this is an exclusive, by the way. I don't know if you know this, TNA TJ. We just found this out exclusively, and we have very reliable sources, so it must be true. George W. Bush, the next guest host of Raw. Isn't that amazing? I think that's incredible. So George W. Bush, you're going to see him on Raw. Who knows what kind of, is he going to be a heel? Can he be a face? Will he get into a feud with someone who looks like Barack Obama? I'm just saying. Also in the news, Hulk Hogan announces a list of amazing wrestlers who's going to be coming along to TNA with him. You're not going to believe it. We're talking about the likes of Rob Van Dam, Scott Hall, the Nasty Boys, Brutus the Barber Beefcake, Mr. T, King Kong Bundy, Macho Man Randy Savage. The list goes on and on. It's incredible who he's bringing back. He's bringing everybody back. Vince Russo got a Facebook, ladies and gentlemen. Isn't that something? Vince Russo getting a Facebook. Says on Facebook there's going to be many surprises on TNA tonight. The main one being that David Arquette will become champion. This guy doesn't ever learn. He's got to learn his lesson sooner or later. WrestleMania. We all want to know what kind of matches are going to happen at this year's WrestleMania. Chris Jericho may be taking on Edge. That's what we're hearing through the rumors. The Undertaker to take on Shawn Michaels. Is that going to happen? Maybe something with Bret Hart. Sheamus and Triple H. We're hearing some stuff about that. And another exclusive that we landed here on the Kick-Ass Wrestling Show. We continuously keep getting these exclusives. I really almost didn't believe this one when I saw it. But I guess it's true. Papa Shango and Doink the Clown are coming back at WrestleMania. So that's it for Wrestling Headlines, ladies and gentlemen. And we'll see you next week. Thanks for joining us. Please subscribe. We need your support to the Kick-Ass Wrestling Show. I'm Big Al. Good night.